First, I'm going to talk a little bit about myself. I was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I've lived here my whole life. I'm a junior at Shaler Area High School, and I'm the youngest of 5. The first thing I want to talk about is stereotypes of feminism. I think when people hear the word feminism, they think of one of two things. When I asked a freshman at my high school what she thought feminism was, she said it wasn't shaving and it wasn't wearing a bra. I think a lot of people think of the 1960s feminism and their ideas of what it is. Or I think they think it's women who hate men. Both of these concepts are incorrect. Or they're not complete, I should say. And I hope after watching my presentation, you'll get a better idea of what feminism is, and you'll leave with a more positive outlook on it. The beginning. Feminism began in the late 1800s, early 1900s, when women gathered together to go out into the streets to protest for the right to vote. This led to the 19th Amendment being added to the Constitution. This was the first real spark that got the feminist movement rolling. Another huge event in women's history was World War II. During this time, all the men went off to fight in the war, and all the women were brought to work into the factories to replace the men to help with the war effort. This was huge because many of these women had not done jobs like this and were not used to this kind of work. They were used to being stay-at-home moms or wives. Feminism in the 1960s got women back out on the street to protest for equality. This equality focused on getting equality in the job force. This leads us to where we are today. Today, women are holding jobs that were previously only known to men, such as working in the military, being doctors, and being the head of CEOs. This is a huge success for us. However, there's still work to be done. What I have up here is a chart that I got from the White House blog. It is the gender pay gap between men and women 4 years after graduation. It shows the difference in pay between men and women in jobs such as computer and info science, engineering, biology, physics and science, and other sciences, general studies, social sciences, healthcare, business, education, and others. This is one of the biggest issues that feminism is working on today. There are prominent feminist leaders all around the world, and Emma Watson is one of them. She is not only an actress, but she is a United Nations Women Goodwill Ambassador. She is working on feminism on a more global scale to help bring equality between the genders. You've heard she has a quote on gender equality, and it is, "We are half the population, and we don't have anywhere near close to equal representations. We need women who are speaking on our behalf. Huge decisions which can impact our lives are not being communicated." I really like this statement because I feel like it sums up what feminism is working on a global scale. I've shown you the female perspective, and now I'd like to show you the male.
Okay, what is your name and who are you?
My name is Matt Anselmino. I'm a high school counselor at Shaler Area High School.
I'm Spencer Smith, and I'm a junior at Shaler Area High School.
My name is Justin Eskra, and I'm a high school social studies teacher at Shaler Area High School, and I also am the girls track and field coach.
I am Anthony Zolino. I'm a student at Shaler Area High School.
My name is Dante Orsini. I am a math teacher at Shaler Area High School.
I'm Greg Dietz. I run Youth Advocacy League out of the University of Pittsburgh.
Okay, how do you personally define feminism?
Feminism is gender equality, and it's not like girl power. It's saying that women should be created equal to men, not above or below.
Representation of a well-rounded individual, someone who's confident in themselves, not shy to counter any gender stereotypes or role definitions.
I think feminism remains to be the effort of gaining equality where there isn't.
How has feminism affected your personal life?
I don't see myself as being independent. I see myself being interdependent, which means that what affects other people affects me in some way. I'm very conscientious of that. So if in fact women, not only in my immediate environment, but women around the world don't have the same rights that I have, that affects me.
And as a girls' head coach, the problem that I've seen is more young girls are less confident in their abilities. There's more of this self-image as what they're supposed to be versus what they should be. And they should be confident in what they are, who they are.
My aunt, she has become the vice president of a major corporation, which is usually seen as the slot for the man, but she made it there.
How has feminism affected your family and relationships?
With my wife, she does certainly earn a higher salary than myself, and that's not something that I'm ashamed to admit. In fact, I'm proud of my wife in that regard, and it allows me the opportunity to then be a role model for my boys as well as my daughter. It's okay for him to help with some of those aspects that traditionally they wouldn't assume to roll. Whereas my daughter, I want her to see that it is okay for her mother to work, and it is okay for her to assume a leadership responsibility as the head of the family.
I have 2 younger sisters, and I only want the best for them, not just because they're my family, but because it's what's right. I have to look out after them.
Closing remarks.
A lot of young ladies that are very intelligent, they choose not to go to certain professions because they think it's a guy's job, and they're told you can't be here. And as a teacher and as a dad, I try to steer them in the right direction, tell them, no, if you want to do it, let's get it done. We'll support you.
It's hard for me to kind of have a solid idea of feminism aside from the fact that, you know, anyone that doesn't view the world in equal terms regarding gender, those are just people that we need to continue to address, and continue to inform, and continue to make aware that there is equality, there is parity, it needs to exist, that there's no reason for it to not exist.
My final slide is what I want you to leave here knowing. I looked up various definitions of what feminism is, and this is what I came up with. The belief that women are politically, economically, and socially equal to men. I'd like to thank you all for coming out today, and a special thanks to Emily Watts for creating the video.